Have you ever felt that no matter how kind, honest, and helpful you are, people simply don't respect you? You avoid conflict, help whenever you can, treat everyone with courtesy, yet you're interrupted, ignored, or treated as if your opinion doesn't really matter. Eventually, one difficult question comes to mind. Does being a good person actually make people respect you less? Most people believe the answer is yes. They assume the problem is being too nice. But that's the wrong conclusion. Your kindness has never been the problem. The real issue is that certain behaviors can make a virtuous person appear insecure. And when that happens, the world stops responding to your intentions and starts responding only to the signals you send. The Stoic philosophers understood this nearly 2,000 years ago. They taught that you can be kind without being weak, humble without being submissive, and compassionate without allowing others to cross your boundaries. In this video, you'll discover the 4 reasons why so many good people end up being disrespected. And the last one is the most surprising because it's often mistaken for a virtue. You may be doing it every single day without realizing it's damaging the way others see you. The Stoics never taught us to spend our lives trying to please everyone. Quite the opposite. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that our duty is to live with virtue, not to seek approval. Epictetus taught that true freedom begins when we stop handing our peace over to other people's opinions. For them, kindness without firmness was never complete. Virtue had to walk hand in hand with courage, and perhaps that's exactly what's missing. Behavior. You believe that staying silent always shows maturity. Many people confuse peace with silence. They think avoiding every disagreement is the best way to preserve relationships. So they tolerate disrespectful comments, overlook inappropriate behavior, and keep their opinions to themselves just to avoid uncomfortable conversations. At first, this seems wise. After all, no one enjoys conflict. But there's a huge difference between choosing your battles and giving up your voice. When you never speak up, people don't see balance. They see a lack of boundaries. Over time, your opinions lose weight because you've shown that they can be ignored without consequences. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayal, and enormous responsibilities without losing his composure. But composure never meant passivity. Remaining calm doesn't mean accepting everything. True maturity is knowing how to say, "This isn't right," without losing control of yourself. Behavior 2. You want everyone to like you. That desire seems perfectly natural. After all, who doesn't want to be accepted? The problem begins when the need to be liked starts controlling your decisions. You say yes when you want to say no. You agree with opinions you don't actually share. You do favors out of obligation. You change your behavior depending on who's around you. Without realizing it, you stop acting according to your values and start acting according to other people's expectations. And that creates a silent consequence. People who constantly seek approval give the impression that they'll do almost anything to avoid rejection. And those who depend on other people's acceptance rarely inspire respect. Epictetus taught that no one is truly free while depending on other people's opinions to live in peace. That's an invisible prison. Respect grows when people realize that your principles matter more than applause. If this video is helping you see things more clearly, subscribe to Stoic Spring. By making these teachings part of your daily life, you'll strengthen your inner peace and develop the maturity to live with confidence instead of depending on other people's approval. Behavior 3. You carry burdens that were never yours. Some people spend their lives trying to fix everyone else's problems. They absorb other people's struggles, take responsibility for mistakes they didn't make, and feel they must always be available. When a friend makes a bad decision, they rush to fix it. When a co-worker fails, they take over the work. When someone creates a problem, they feel obligated to solve it. At first, this looks like generosity. But here's an important question. Who is taking care of your own life while you're carrying everyone else's? Epictetus taught that peace comes from recognizing what is within our control and what is not. When you constantly try to solve problems that belong to other people, you waste your energy on things you'll never fully control. Eventually, something interesting happens. Instead of being admired, you become expected. People stop appreciating your help and begin assuming you'll always be there to carry one more burden. True compassion doesn't mean carrying the weight of the world. It means helping when you genuinely can, without abandoning your responsibility to care for your own life. Someone who never protects their own energy eventually has nothing left to give. Behavior 4. You never let people experience what it's like to lose you. Think about how many times someone cancelled plans with you, spoke disrespectfully, ignored your feelings, or crossed an important boundary. Yet nothing changed. You stayed available. You stayed present. You kept giving the same effort as though nothing had happened. Forgiveness is a virtue. But repeating this pattern without setting boundaries sends a powerful message. No matter what happens, there will never be consequences. And behavior without consequences almost always repeats itself. People learn how they can treat you by watching what you continually accept. Not because everyone is cruel, but because every relationship creates patterns. If there are never any boundaries, there's no reason for anyone to change. The Stoics defended compassion, but they also defended justice. Being fair to yourself means recognizing that some actions must have limits. Sometimes the wisest response isn't arguing or attacking. It's simply making it clear that certain behaviors no longer have a place in your life. That's the moment when kindness stops looking like weakness and begins to reflect strength. In the end, your kindness was never the problem. The real problem is believing that kindness requires silence, constant approval, endless self-sacrifice, and accepting every form of disrespect. The Stoics offered a different path. You can be kind without giving up your dignity. You can help others without carrying the weight of the world. You can forgive without turning disrespect into a habit. And you can live peacefully without abandoning what you know is right. Perhaps true respect doesn't begin when other people change. Perhaps it begins the day you decide to treat yourself with the same respect and consideration you've always given everyone else. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Which of these 4 behaviors spoke to you the most? Let me know in the comments, because your experience could help someone else going through the same struggle. And if you want to keep strengthening your inner peace and growing in maturity through the wisdom of Stoicism, subscribe to Stoic Spring. Every new video will help you develop greater calm, stronger character, and the ability to earn respect without ever giving up your kindness.